Good morning, boys and girls. Today I want to share with you another story in women's history about a gal named brave Bessie Coleman. Can you guess what she's famous for doing? You're right. She's famous for being a pilot. In fact, she was the first African American pilot in the United States to earn her pilot's license. It's called Nobody Owns the Sky. It's written by Reed Lindbergh and illustrated by Pamela Paparoni. Let's take a look. Nobody owns the sky. There was a young woman who wanted to fly, but the people said, "Kiss that wish goodbye. The sky's too big and the sky's too high, and you never will fly, so you better not try." But this woman laughed and she just said, "Why? Nobody owns the sky." Up above flew the dove, and the raven too, with the redbirds red and the bluebirds blue, and the brown hawks circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that follow the dew, when the high wild geese come traveling through, with the wind on their wings, flying free, flying true. She called to them all and she said, "Hey you, I'm coming up there too." Bessie Coleman grew up a century ago in a cabin built near where the creek waters flow. She worked picking cotton as white as the snow and watched cottony clouds up above come and go. Bessie wished she could rise up and fly high and low over Texas a long time ago. So it says she grew up a century ago. Do you know how long a century is? It's 100 years. So her family are sharecroppers, and they grew up in Texas. She actually came from a family of 13 children. Bessie's mother had not learned to read or write, but her children were raised to be eager and bright. Bessie worked hard at school, and she dreamed about flight. People said she was crazy. It wouldn't be right. You're a girl, not a man, and you're not even white. But did she stop dreaming? Not quite. So, Bessie Coleman is African American, and she dreams of flying. But her classmates say that she's crazy. First of all, she's a girl, and girls are not pilots. Second of all, she's African American. She is not allowed to go to school. But she went off to college and wanted to stay, but it cost so much money that she couldn't pay. She moved to Chicago and worked every day at the White Sox barbershop, earning her way. "White man can fly, why can't I?" she would say. But the flying schools turned her away. So because she was white and a woman, she was not able to go to flying school here in the United States. Now, has anyone noticed how this book is written? Let me say a line again, a page. At the White Sox barbershop, earning her way, "White man can't fly, why can't I?" she would say. But the flying schools turned her away. Did you notice something, how the words are written? It's written in rhyme. The entire book is written in rhyme. Bessie's manicured nails while the barber cut hair, and she dreamed about flying but didn't know where. Then one day someone said, "Fly in France, they won't care that you're black and a woman." So Bessie went there. She was young, tough, and smart. She had courage to spare, and she took like a hawk to the air. So she did not give up on her dream. She found out that in France, she could indeed go to flying school. So there she goes. She packs up her bags. She heads out there, and she learns how to fly. Do you see the Eiffel Tower? Bessie came home a pilot, so happy and proud. She could ride on the wind, glide and spin in a cloud. Parachute, loop the loop. Bessie drew a huge crowd. When she flew over airports or fields barely plowed, her courage and daring had everyone wowed. Brave Bessie, they shouted out loud. So she became a pilot that would perform amazing feats in the sky. And so that's how she got her nickname, Brave Bessie. On the ground, Bessie lectured to crowds big and small. People gathered in church or inside the town hall. Come and fly, boys and girls, black or white, short or tall. Come fly, everybody. Come, answer my call. The air has no barrier, boundary, or wall. The blue sky has room for us all. So not only did she continue flying, she wanted to encourage others to try it out also. She was an activist. Other young men and women soon wanted to fly, and the people said, why don't you give it a try? The sky's still big and the sky's still high, but you're bound to get there by and by. Just remember her words till the day you die. Nobody owns the sky. So she felt that the sky was big enough for everybody, no matter who you were, what you looked like, where you were born. Anyone could get a pilot's license if they put their heart and their studies into it. Look above, see the dove and the raven too, with the redbirds red and the bluebirds blue, and the brown hawks circling far and few, and the call of the swallows that follow the dew, when the high wild geese come traveling through, with the wind on their wings, flying free, flying true. You can call to them all. You can say, hey you, I'm coming up there too. Now, the story, many people today don't know the story of Brave Bessie Coleman, and I didn't know about her until recently either. Now, the person who wrote this book, Reeve Lindbergh, she is actually the daughter of the famous Charles Lindbergh. And ask your parents about Charles Lindbergh. Charles Lindbergh was the first to fly nonstop from New York to Paris. And so he earned a lot of fame from doing that. He had a very like a superstar kind of family back when he was alive. And his daughter found out about Brave Bessie Coleman later in life, and she felt that this is a history that we should know about. And she felt like, well, her family had so much fame and everyone knows about her father, but she wanted other people to know about Bessie Coleman to encourage other people, women of color, to go into the sky and to become a pilot also. So that's why Reeve wrote this book. So that's kind of a neat little, I don't know, I think that's really amazing. All right, boys and girls, I hope to see you today at our Zoom at 12:30. Remember to bring something that you've made. Okay? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.